Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TPK Roleplay. We are back again for our sixth installment for the Destroyer of Worlds campaign. I am Meg Mysteria, your game mother, and if my players would like to go ahead and introduce themselves, we'll start in that top left corner like always.
That's me. Hi, I'm Skelly V. I, I'm not. I'm very tired for one. Anyways,
Ain't that a mood?
There's Skelly V, and words are hard.
yes, exactly.
Hearts are word.
Playing the gun-toting jarhead private first class Dante into tonight's game. So I shoot and ask questions later. So, all right, Al, go ahead.
Nice. Hey folks, it's Al Biffa. I will be taking control of Mason, the gunnery sergeant of the crew. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of whatever havoc he's created now in one piece. I will hand down to Proper.
Hello, my name is Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member. I make lots of pretty pictures and videos, including the one you just saw. I'm playing Captain Silva, who's somehow still alive, and she's trying to get her crew down to the basement. And we're not doing so well with that. So we'll hand it over to, last but not least, Niffer.
Hey everybody, I'm Nif. I am TPK Gremlin and a Jasper's Game Day ambassador. Shout out to them because we're in the middle of Jasper's Game Week, our charity week of fantastic things and games with celebrities and stuff. And we are raising so much money for suicide prevention and awareness in tabletop game communities, and it's awesome. Go check them out, please. And I'm playing your good buddy Kale Iona, the sergeant with lots of knives.
Don't forget the long sword.
Long swords.
Long sword, long knife.
No,
it's a sword, but it's a long knife.
But a long knife.
A little extra reach.
Exactly. You don't have to be in immediate stabbing range. You have a little bit of reach now.
Yeah.
But now that we've gotten our discourse about knives and swords aside, let's go ahead and go right into it with what's the story. Fort Nebraska has become a hive to the creatures of nightmares and a cesspool of secrecy and mistrust. Charlie has discovered the driving force that kept him from acting in his own mind. In his own and his company's best interests, the synthetic jail he claims overrode his control and used his body to kill Wright, and likely many more had she been given the chance, and finally shared his knowledge with the rest of his team. They didn't receive this information well and decided the two synthetics should remain within the Apollo mainframe under Hammer's supervision, while the others work on restarting the reactor. It's grueling, cruel, and unnerving everywhere in the space. The walls are lined with their less fortunate comrades, likely already to burst with some wretched thing growing inside them, and radiation toils away at the body just as the fear does the mind. It seems almost too easy. They made it to the maintenance pits of the reactor, largely ignored or unseen. At least, Dante was ignored. They were in a good place to start working on getting the reactor up and running until, it seems, Mason was a little quick on the draw and started burning the host's cocoon to the walls. Now they're all on the radar, and it's time to fight or die, if you're lucky. And that is where we are starting, ladies and gentlemen, because we are beginning the session with combat.
Not at all scared at all.
No.
You're welcome.
All right.
You see where your reckless behavior gets us, Mason.
It'll be fine.
So I think we have to, quote unquote, roll initiative or whatever it's called in this game.
We have already done initiative, actually.
Oh,
you guys should
yeah.
be able to see the turn order.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you want to bring us down on the view for the map proper, we are down in the reactor on sub-level 2.
I see the turn order, but it says that I'm going first, and I would like to say that sounds terrible.
It says I'm going first, I thought.
I say it
Wait.
says it says Dante's going first,
Oh,
but you are going
sweet.
second. So
Yeah,
Still
I think we're
sounds
tied.
terrible. But let's do it.
I
You'll
believe.
be fine.
Mhm.
Just kill the bad guys.
I believe
Just-
in you.
That's all I needed. I just needed a little song.
Now go kill some sons of bitches.
Oh my.
Very nice. You don't know their mom.
She was a
Yeah.
lovely woman, I'm sure.
All right.
Very grand woman. So Dante, if you would like to kick us off in this.
Kill it.
Yeah, kill it.
Kill it in one hit. Here you go.
I'm gonna try. I did ready up my service pistol, like I've had that ready, so let's try shooting this alien in the fucking face. I'm gonna go attack. Oh, right. Ahaha. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So I'm gonna need two things from you. One, you're going to go ahead and add a stress point, but in that I need you to roll me a stress die, as well as your panic roll.
Stress die is 1d6, right?
Yes. You're good. Now that panic roll.
How we doing?
Okay, so you have a 10. So you see this thing, and whether or not it's because you're starting to not feel that great, or maybe just because somebody's in front of you, between you and it, you lock up. So by that explanation, you are, for one round, you lose your slow action. So your next turn, you will only be able to do a fast action. Your stress level and the stress level of everyone within short range increases by 1.
Oof.
So that means everyone.
Including that flub?
Thanks.
Like, so I technically went up 2, or?
Yes, you went up 2.
Cool.
Which means I do need you to roll me another stress die.
Okay.
You're good.
I am 7 stress.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
stressed.
No thanks.
Thanks, I hate it.
So shooting is a slow action, I believe. So I believe you do have a fast action handy.
Does fast action include reaching in my pocket and touching my signature item? Or is that more of a when it's slow?
You can do that outside of combat.
Okay, well, never mind. None.
Say at the moment you get, like, while you're in combat, you do not have a way to alleviate stress.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing more.
And as far as fast actions go, you can run, you can swap out your weapon if you would like. Seek cover. I believe that's about the extent of what you can get away with in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also a little crowded and
Yeah.
bumpy. All right. But I'm tapped either
Yep.
way, frozen up. So yeah.
That you are. So we are gonna roll it right along to Iona.
Right. Do I have line of sight with this guy in front of me, or would I have to move so that I could take a shot at this guy?
Yes, you have line of sight.
Okay. I was like, I asked this or that, and I got yes. Cool.
If you want to move, you can go ahead and move. But fast action, if you haven't already don't have your weapon handy already, you can draw whichever weapon you want to use. But your slow action will be shooting or
Yeah. then I will draw my service pistol, which
Okay.
is, okay.
Oh,
And I'll shoot.
Make me that
Please?
roll.
I'm doing it.
Please make me a
Well?
panic. Add a stress point and make me a panic roll, please.
Yup, I will do that. Guys, I have almost as much stress as health. This is fine. It's a 6.
You're good.
Yay!
Captain, it is your turn.
It most certainly is. Let's open fire, I guess. Sorry, still getting everything up and going. Okay, so I have A. Oh god, I can't even remember what these things are weak against. I think just all-out war, I assume. I'm gonna pull out my pulse rifle.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack it there.
Wow, guys. I add a stress point to your pool and make me a panic roll, please.
Look, I'm
That's-
sorry that we're all so panicked, but
Hey, that's still 4 successes. I'll take that over anything.
Unfortunately, because you have to make a panic roll, it cancels out everything. Like, you can't do that action.
rude.
That's
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so a 7. You're a little twitchy. Seeing as you pulled out a grenade launcher, I'm gonna say that you're rethinking that a little bit. And
I did
considering,
pull out a pulse rifle, not a grenade.
well, in your thing it says you have a grenade launcher.
Yes,
So
my pulse rifle
you-
is a grenade launcher.
You
mean,
grabbed the
that's
wrong
one
gun.
thing.
You grabbed the wrong gun, and upon realizing that,
The pulse rifle is also evidently armor piercing, which I didn't know that's how that
Yeah.
worked.
Very fun.
but so 7, you are a bit twitchy. You're not really quite able to pull that trigger. So the stress level of yourself and everyone in a short range view, again, that is everybody, increases by 1.
Oh my god. 8 stress.
Silva, in the moment, fumbles with her gun and falls against the wall as she tries to steady herself. Remember, this is still a role-playing game.
Yes.
If you want some Foley work, I got some for you.
Ooh, I'm gonna record that for later.
Oh no.
Look, if we really need Foley work, I can go get my inhaler, because that's the levels of stress I'm up to.
All right, so I'm realizing it says hammer in the turn order. We're gonna pretend that's C, because continuity. But all right, so hammer, he's gonna give, and I'll roll it along with you guys in here. God damn it, where is the sheet?
Does he have stress too?
He does have stress.
Mm-hmm.
He is sitting at. Put him here. And he is going to take out his pulse rifle and give that a whirl. Actually, you know what? He's gonna go for roll with that smart gun with that auto locking.
Oh my god.
Hammer.
None.
Hammer.
How many dice is that? 6, 12. Oh my god.
How do you have this many dice, Hammer? I'm investigating this sheet later.
17
dice.
d6.
How is
rolled.
this? What happened
17.
here?
That is 17 dice and a blank on all of them.
He rolled 17 dice and didn't get a single hit.
What the
How?
hell?
Fired. Missed.
Okay, I see what happened, how he ended up with that many dice, but still, 17 and nothing. This just says a lot about how the night's going to go, I think. But it is
Yeah.
now our friend's turn here. And who
The
is
friendliest friend.
the friendliest of friends? He wants to give somebody a hug.
No, not safe touch. No.
I'm sorry, xenomorphs don't practice social distancing.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Gonna need some more of those Foley effects.
Okay, so targeting the closest person to them, they are going to go for Silva.
Oh no.
Hashtag no thank you.
Well, that's
Stranger danger, bad touch.
truly unfortunate because I'm rolling all of these dice anyway. Okay.
What if we just pull a TPK original and befriend the enemy?
Look,
If you know what, if you want to befriend the xenomorph, go for it. I'm not going to confirm how well that's going to work out for you, but you can try.
Does
I
anyone
befriend it using my incendiary unit.
No, I don't speak alien. I think Dante took like French in high school.
Okay,
Is French
the
still a
insane-
thing in the 23rd to 24th century?
It's worth
Yeah.
trying.
This thing lunges
French.
This thing lunges forward and manages to reach out and try to grab you. Silva, I need you to make me a close combat roll, please.
I can most certainly do that.
Don't like
Now, I'm
that.
not going to say I'm going to do well, but I can do it. I don't like these stress mechanics, y'all.
Me neither.
Please add a point and roll me a panic. It's very fitting because everybody had to make a panic roll for this anyway. So after Silva rolls, you guys do the same, please.
Everyone has to make a panic roll.
Everyone has to make a panic roll because your captain just got grabbed and this thing looks like it's trying to go for the throat.
That's fine. This is fine. Everything's
This is
fine.
fine.
9. So Dante and Silva, you both drop your guns. Whichever weapon you're holding in your hand, it is now on the floor.
Oh no, the grenade launcher.
Okay, I have a
There's-
question.
Yes.
You said I picked up the grenade launcher by mistake, so therefore I've dropped the grenade launcher, correct?
Yes.
Good. Good.
Still got your pulse rifle.
You still got the pulse rifle. So and both Dante and Silva, I need you to add a stress point to your pool.
Of course you do.
I look. You're gonna hate me even more because of what Nif rolled.
It's okay. I can only get so stressed.
Nif,
After the week I've had, there's no such thing as stress.
guys,
Stop
there
this
is.
cascade.
I just want you guys to know. Friendly reminder for the chat: there is a thing on the donation table that will help them lower their stress. Here you go.
Hi, chat.
Take a look at that. But
Can I lower my IRL stress? Or...
Yeah,
no.
please.
Well, I can't guarantee how much.
Can I get some cookies in here?
With the donations that we get to this stream, we'll bake cookies, and it'll lower our actual stress.
Destroyer of World is now a baking stream, guys.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay, so with Iona's roll, you are now shaking, seeing that your captain just got grabbed. Do you take an additional point of stress, as does everybody?
Boy,
Oh no.
it's okay. It can't get any worse for me.
Listen, you know
I-
what else could relieve my
I
stress?
haven't failed a stress roll yet, and I've taken 3 points of stress from other people around me being stressed. I'm stressed by proxy.
If chat could just start a letter writing campaign to the writers of this game to be like, hey,
I haven't taken a
change your
turn yet,
cascading
and I'm
stress
stressed.
mechanic, please.
At a certain
That-
point, we'll also be like, I get it, we're stressed, let's move the fuck on.
Like, this is not okay.
I'm more stressed about everyone else making me stressed than I am about the alien.
Exactly. I'm
Right.
afraid of making everyone else stressed. Nobody else should suffer because of me.
To answer your question, Corndog, the way we are going to do pluses and minuses, since I believe they are still technically active in the Twitch stream, is that They will be for a +2. They will be able to add 2 base die to their roll. If it's a -2, it'll subtract.
Which at a certain point, I can't tell you which one's better.
Yeah.
It won't remove the
True.
stress die. It won't remove the stress die. It'll
I don't
just-
know.
There is a way you can remove the stress
Very
though.
good.
But all right, so it has gone. Mason, my boy with the flamethrower, it is your turn.
So at the end of last episode, we flamethrowered like
A whole
this
hallway.
whole hallway,
This
right?
whole
like, all
hallway.
of this was
You
just like
torched
ablaze.
everything in here.
And everyone.
So presumably, backing off would be walking into this like dual wall of flames.
If you're trying to move back,
Mm.
yes, you would be moving down a hallway that is still technically flaming. It's hasn't gone to a level that
Well,
you can safely
that
pass
sounds
through.
like bad news bears.
It is
And
bad
so
news bears.
we're gonna have to
you
go
can run
this
it and
way.
risk it if you want, but
I can't seem to use my flamethrower through people.
Mm-hmm.
I would not recommend it.
You can try.
Yeah,
At this point, it might burn off some of the stress.
that's very true. I also can't see it from there. So we're going to have to move up and into the only available space,
This
which is next to it.
Dankus Dungeon.
Feels very bad.
We all feel that way.
Hey,
20
thanks,
bucks.
Fazul.
Thank you.
I don't know what that does. I forget what it does.
Oh my
but
goodness.
Fazul here with
Fazul
the
coming in clutch.
donations. So we
Four
don't have
strats.
an official one for 20.
So I imagine that's 5 stress recovery.
I
It's
would
probably-
say so. If you guys want to use it like that, we can do 5 stress points for each of you.
At this point, we're more stressed than we are damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
There are 4 players, so it would be 5 stress points for each person. Is it? Oh no, it's 500.
1 for each of us.
1 for each of you.
One each.
Hooray!
If that's how you wanna. If that's
Thank
how you want
It
to
is.
divide
Yes,
it.
That's
please.
what he
Before
said in
I
chat.
He did say
Okay.
he wanted
It's
to help,
intended
so I'm
It's
assuming
intended for stress.
Thank you. I feel less stressed as a person.
you each get 1
Thank you.
chocolate chip cookie.
Whoa!
You can
Silva
have
just
one stress
Silva
relief
just
as
tosses
treat.
a bag between everybody. They're nice and toasted now because of the flamethrower. It's all gooey and melty.
Well, let's see how good flamethrowers are against aliens. I'm going to use it now.
Go for it. Roll that attack for me.
3
Okay.
successes.
Are you adding additional damage with those?
Additional damage, additional damage, additional damage.
Excellent. Okay, so
Go, go,
base
go.
is 2, so that is a total of 4.
It also has fire intensity +9.
That it does. Okay, so it is
Which will-
taking all of that, which means that it is going to drop Silva and with a shriek back off because it did not like being set on fire at all.
Most things don't enjoy that, generally speaking.
I don't know. I won't judge.
Mhm.
If you can't handle the heat, keep out of the kitchen.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire,
I'm
guys.
not in a kitchen. Don't ask me to go in a kitchen.
Have my
Okay,
cookie.
so next is the soldiers. You guys hear that shriek as they start, as it sounds like more of them are coming towards you down from in the reactor tower. They haven't shown their faces yet.
From the icon on the screen, I'm not a fan. Just saying.
I mean, maybe not. Probably shouldn't be.
Mhm.
But that is back to the top of the turn order. Dante, I need you to take a point of radiation for me.
Oh yeah.
And let me double check something.
So we all went down 1 point of stress, right?
Yes, you went down 1 stress point.
Okay.
And I
So
managed to take a
you.
turn when I didn't stress anyone out, and I
Yeah.
fought the alien.
Somehow,
Thank you.
Wall of Flame didn't stress us out. Everything else
No.
happened.
Okay. So you
Fire
should
is
have
familiar.
2 radiation die, right?
Yep.
Make me a roll, please, that has 2 base die. I don't know if you can roll directly from radiation.
Mhm. 2 base die, so 2d6. There we go.
So I needed it to be like the base dies, like 2 of the black die.
Oh. How would I? Oh, there we go. I see.
I think it says base die just
Yeah.
underneath your d6s.
2. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Hey.
You are taking a point of damage.
Oh. All right.
This radiation works a little bit backwards in how it functions.
Okay.
Whenever you gain a tick of radiation, and I failed to do this last time because I didn't have it up, you every time you take a point of radiation, you have to roll however many radiation points you have. And for each crosshair you get, you take a point of damage.
Oh, so crosshair bad this time.
Crosshair is bad with radiation.
No. Okay.
Okay.
One time.
And this time you do not have your slow action because of your roll from last time, but you do have access to your fast action.
What did fast action do again?
You can run, you can swap out your weapon. Let's see. You can pretty much just move, draw your weapon, prepare to block an attack, shove, grapple, seek cover, assume overwatch. That is 5 points. Are you planning for that to be a stress thing, Corn Calm? Whoever is most stressed right now. So what are y'all's points sitting at?
9.
I think it's gonna have to be
Please.
Dante's. I'm at
Please be Dante.
6.
I'm at 4.
I'm sorry. That's all I got for you is I'm sorry. But yes, take a point of stress off for you.
Cool. 8. Now I'm only 80% stressed.
All right.
All right. Shit. I'm at a
Imagine being
loss.
80%
I can't.
stress.
So if you're
picking up your weapon is a slow action, isn't it?
that's a fast action actually, I believe.
Cool.
Picking up an item is a fast action.
Pick up my gun again.
Okay.
And gonna let out a loud swear. Your choice of what swear. Fill in the blank as you see fit, y'all. And gonna get ready for all these little wiggle worms coming out. Wiggly boys.
Wiggly boys. All right. So Iona.
Well, can't really do much except keep shooting. So I'm gonna do that.
Go for it.
You can go swording.
I don't want to risk going sorting. May I move here and then shoot? Because I don't want to get in between the flamethrower boy.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Please be fine. Please be fine. Please be fine.
Oh, look at that.
No bad things.
Are you putting extra damage on that?
I'm putting so much extra damage in that thing.
What is the base damage for your
Base damage for my service pistol is
I assume it's the one that's in the chat.
Yep.
It's whited out for me because I'm in dark mode, so I can't read it.
It's
Base damage 1.
But let's see.
But I got 4 crosshairs, so 5?
5 damage.
No,
so
one would be the
one is a
success, and
success, and
So
then
4?
so it'd be
Oh.
4 damage, and it mitigates one of those.
Bam,
So
bam,
how would you like to describe this, Iona?
So it's on fire.
It is on
Ish.
fire.
bam.
Very much yes.
So I think that it is standing however it normally does, and it's on fire, and I'm just kind of like noticing everyone is freaking out, and just I'm also freaking out, and so I'm kind of just like shooting and looking at the rest of the team, and then I look back and I just like keep shooting and don't realize that it's dead because it's on fire. Then it just kind of like falls over.
Excellent. So yeah,
Oh.
it's doing as much as it can, almost like a person trying to put the fire out and not very happy and doesn't pay any heed. And you get this thing square in the head, and it just destroys that cranial cavity. And it is a now scorching but also burning mess on the floor.
Yeah.
Because that acid blood though.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
He ain't getting up from that.
What next? Where do we go? What do we do?
You are technically still in combat. They just have not
No,
arrived
don't
yet.
tell me that. No, no, there's not more. No.
For the moment, until it gets to the point that they're there, consider this. You guys can act how you want. You don't have to pay attention to the turn order. You can set up however you want to prepare for that. You can run. You can do what have you.
Do we have any general idea of where these little screechy boys are coming from?
You can tell that all you can really tell is that it's like they're coming from different parts of the reactor. Maybe a couple of them are coming from higher up, or a couple of them are coming from lower down in the maintenance area. You just know that because of the echo, they're coming from there.
For a second, can I give some commands out of order?
Yeah, go for it.
Since we're gonna go back into whatchamacallit soon, but I'm going to direct some of us toward the two. I'm blanking with these like service tunnels, basically.
Yes,
and
those are service accesses.
I'm gonna direct. I'm gonna ask that Mason step in front and head towards the reactor itself, since the fire seems to be doing quite a good job. And
I could do, sir, but I could go at the back and clear out anything that we pass that you know, like we did just then, so they don't get us from behind.
Mason, I'm asking you to go up front. I'll have Iona back you up. Don't you worry.
I just hold my gun and look ready, anxiously.
And then I'm going to ask, I'm blanking on, I can't remember people's names. I'm going to ask Dante and some of the others. I'm going to ask our good friend, the scientist woman thing. I'm going to ask that they go over this way towards this side thing. Whatever this. Why can't I think of the service tunnels? There we go. Head off to the service tunnels on the right. Just to get out of the way, and try to find another way into this nuclear chamber. They might not notice us.
Okay, so you're sending Eckford and Dante into this tunnel right here, or are you going down here through the...
Eckford and Dante can go into the tunnel.
Okay.
And try to find another way into the main chamber, and I'll ask Iona and Mason to lead up the charge, and I'm going to hold back for a second and basically cover whoever needs it.
Okay.
Sticking to the walls and trying to be stealthy, I think the three of us are going to slowly approach these incoming beasts.
So Eckford is totally fine with getting out of the fray and is getting into that tunnel.
And following... Actually...
Do you want to go first, or do you want Eckford?
I'm going to go first.
Okay. All right. Then...
I'm having a good time.
Iona, take lead if you wouldn't mind.
Oh.
I was definitely about to motion Mason ahead of me, but okay.
Is this a first aid kind of station or first aid kit? Right there.
There is a cabinet here, yes.
Definitely just going to ransack everything that's in that quickly.
I will kind of stand by and wait and not go forward until he's with me.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Game Mother, that thing
Yes.
that Mason is checking through, is there any like radiation pills or whatever that would be called?
Some rad pills. Give me
Pretty rad already made, but thanks.
Yeah, y'all are pretty rad, but
Aw, no, you.
okay. So considering that they are dealing with a nuclear reactor, there are a handful of like a bottle that's got a handful of pills in it that would help cancel out some of the radiation effects.
Hell yeah.
Radix.
I feel like I was just reading about radiation medication actually recently.
It's distinctly possible. But it also comes included with a personal med kit, which will allow a +2 to medical rolls to heal yourself or others.
Cool beans.
I heard to kill yourself or others, and I was like,
I mean,
It's fine.
depending. Well, we know how Charlie used it.
As the three of us enter this second section, this relay room, it looks like, I'm gonna be on the lookout for any extra radiation suits that someone hasn't burned yet.
But if they weren't full of aliens, I wouldn't have to.
That's a phrase that makes no sense in any other context. Either that, or if it does make sense, it's because you're fucking crazy.
Let me check something really quick. What's that room that you're in? Okay, so in this area, there are no additional suits.
Well, fuck, but okay.
Those would have more than likely been back there towards decontamination.
Oh, is that what decon means?
Yes.
Look
Checks
at all
out.
these fancy
oops.
terms that I don't understand. Okay, but moving on.
Well,
What do we
It's all
see
on
when we
fire now.
get around this corner here?
As you guys are
What does
kinda-
Iona see?
What does Iona see?
What do your Iona eyes see?
Look!
So,
Look with your special eyes!
My brand!
feels like a Simon and Garfunkel song.
So as you guys come back around, you see that this pit, just because of because the reactor's been off and hasn't been really maintenance and turned back on, this area is kind of filled with vapor and smoke. So I need you to roll me a notice, please, Iona, if you are looking specifically for these things. Or an
Okay.
observation is the...
Yep. I'm definitely finding notice on my sheet. Observation. Found it.
You can get in front of me if you want to have a look.
This is fine. No, it's not. I got
Please
a
add
failure.
a stress point and roll that
Yep.
panic.
This is fine. Also, can I just say, you're like, what do you see, Iona? And my first thought just went to that History Channel meme of just like, I see aliens.
Alien.
Aliens.
I drop things, I think. What is
I wanna
the
get out the
right
front.
name?
9, I believe, is yes, you do drop something and you take an additional point. So if you've got that gun handy, you drop it. Hello, Martyr.
Okay, cool. This is fine. I am 150% stressed.
You have a moment. These things aren't on you yet. But you can't see them either. You can hear them around you, but you can't see them.
Okay.
Are you
And
guys wanting to move forward?
I'm waiting for Mason.
Well, Mason's out in front already.
Sweet.
He's already forward.
Okay, cool. I don't know which one of these is Mason. I'm sorry.
The forward one.
There's like 3 of them forward
This
of
one.
me. Okay.
The one in the room.
Would you like to roll observation?
Sure, why not? Let's give it a whirl, see what happens. No successes, no failures.
Hey.
Okay. So again, you can
Twice in a row.
hear them,
Jeez.
hear them moving, but you can't see anything.
Big Wiggly.
Well,
Baby
fuck.
Wiggly.
I guess that means Silva sees nothing as well.
Did you roll?
Make a panic roll.
I'm not sure I'll be coming back to this particular system.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Meg, you're wonderful, but this system. Oof.
Yeah, I know.
I like the punishment.
10.
I'm
You
game.
lock up everyone within short range of you, so that is everybody who's still in the room gets a additional point and you as well.
Joke's on you, I'm in the tunnel, but I'm still the most stressed.
Sweet.
Just like, haha, you can't catch me from here with the stress. Actually, already stressed.
I'm trying to find a particular thing that's being obnoxious, and I can't find it. Okay, so these
Well,
things.
I guess in that case we venture forwards.
We venture forward. Okay. So these things are going to drop into view.
Friends.
Romans, countrymen.
Flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers. Since you are first in the room, I'll let you get away with it. However,
Torch 'em.
I'm
Shoot
real
first, ask
confused what all
questions
these lines on the floor mean. But
it's supposed to be different levels.
yeah, I guess we're ignoring that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This whole the outer one is a walk, then it's the next level, and then it goes down.
Oh, I see, I get you.
Too complicated. Torch 'em.
To here is the central one with the console and everything.
Well, that's fine. My flamethrower can still reach all these guys, in theory. But I guess I'll aim for the one that's clambering over the barrier.
Okie doke. Make me a roll, please.
1 success, 1 fail.
All right, so with that stress, please add another stress point and make me a panic roll.
Okay.
I know, it's a nightmare.
I get a -2 to my panic roll because I have nerves of steel, so that's only a 9.
Excellent. That still means you drop your flamethrower.
Oh no. Well, that didn't go well.
That did not go well, but let's jump back, going into actual initiative order again. All right, so Dante,
Yep, I'm in front.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not as bad as it could be. So this tunnel that you're in, you get a little further along till about the junction that's up here. and find that this area has kind of been caved in. Looks like it's
How does it look?
it's kind of
Potentially
covered in
diggable?
resin. You can't really get past it.
Well, fuck. And he does actually say that. And I guess I'm the doctor's with me, right?
Yes, Eckford is with you.
Okay. Gonna turn to her and be like, well, any ideas then?
I guess all that we have left to do is go back or see what's further down here. I think that probably goes up over to the armory.
But we already went to the armory.
You guys did not go to the armory.
I thought we did. No, armory at the other place. That's right. My bad. That was like 3 sessions ago. I mean, is there any way through the armory we can get to anything else, or is this just kind of... This is Dante asking Eckford.
Repeat the question for me?
Oh, can we get to anything other than the armory through the armory?
It'll take us back around to the main hall.
So not really.
Not really, no.
Well, I don't want to potentially deal with any more of those fuckos, so let's go back. I'll lead the way. Unless you'd rather I cover the rear.
There is not really enough space for you to actually turn around, so she's gonna
All right.
about face as much as she can and go.
All right, there you go.
Yep, so you guys are moving along. Iona, that is your turn.
I don't see them coming to turn around, right?
No, they're in the service tunnels.
Sweet. Well, I don't gotta go in there. I guess I'm just following Mason. Because that's what Captain Silva told me to do. So if I see aliens, I'm gonna get them. But if I can't see them yet,
So you're moving forward. You still have access to your slow
Oh.
action.
I picked up my gun that I dropped. I want to
Okay.
do that. I need to do that. Yep,
You need the shooter to make shooty.
I need the shooty. Okay.
All right, so that is your turn since you moved and picked up your weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iona
That's me.
or Silva.
Sorry, what's up? So I've lost my slow action on this turn because my last panic roll. I'm sorry, I have to just remember what that means. What is a quick action?
What was your last roll? The tremble? The
Yeah.
7? So you do not lose it. For the shake, you don't lose it.
No, so my last roll was a 10, which was the freeze up.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I froze up and lose my slow action. However, it still means I can do a quick action, which we'll say I was over here actually. Are they in engaged range if I were to scoot along the edge of the tower?
You're talking about the...
So if I were to run away over here, would this one be counted as in within range?
Not with an engaged range if you're trying to make like a side swipe at it.
I'm not trying to attack it, I'm just trying to get some distance from it. So I'm going to try to run like away into the tower.
Okay, so you can run past. It's not able to really do much. It's still trying to climb up.
Sounds good. And because I've lost my slow action, that does end my turn.
Okay.
Perfect.
So hammer is gonna move up and join y'all. He is going to take a shot at this bugger. Phew. No, he's not. Well, he ends up pretty much emptying that clip that's in his smart gun. That's
Truly, this is
so that needs to either be
darkest
loaded and he
dungeon.
needs to swap out. I'm late, nobody died, just tipped 30. Okay, so you guys have some points that you can use to get your stress down.
Mhm.
Unless we want to counter that with an encounter table and a stress point.
Thank you very much. I'm late. I'm late. Hope nobody died.
I would suggest going with stress points.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would like that, please.
All right, so you've
Sure.
got 30, so that's a total of 6 that you guys can divide amongst yourselves.
Nice.
Who's got the most?
I got 8.
Dante,
I have
take a
7.
couple. I'll take a couple, and then the two of you can split one because you have the least.
Yeah, I have 7, so I'll be down to
I've got
6.
5.
Right, I am now down to 6. Almost real amount.
I'm down to 4.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Living the dream.
Mm,
Like a holiday over here.
gets a couple hits on this guy, but it's still kind of kicking. Doesn't seem to have gotten much off of it. So is now these guys' turns to act. This one that's climbing over the thing is gonna go for hammer since he just came into his face. This one is gonna go after Mason. And this one has spotted Silva trying to bolt, so it's going to try to move and get after you.
I don't think so.
1v1 me. Do it, you won't. Okay.
Let's go.
So this one that came up over the edge in front of Mason isn't gonna quite act yet. He's looking around at everybody and just hisses at you all. That
Spooky.
I hate the fact that I'm doing this to you guys, but with that comes that you guys are taking that stress right back.
Nice.
This one.
Just one stress.
Just the one.
Wait,
Just the one.
I was gonna say, I'm not back yet.
You're
Right.
not back yet, so you're fine.
Whoa.
Okay, then we've got
Just stressed in the tunnel.
Hey, for no
Yes.
reason, what happens if we hit 10 stress?
you just cap out.
Yeah.
It's just an insane amount of stress.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was like,
I was like, does that mean like I'm just dead? Do I just
No.
get so
Your head
stressed in
blows
my
up.
head?
keel over
You
a
just
heart
cap
attack.
out. You're fine.
Yeah.
You pop some anti-anxiety medication and you feel a little better.
Oh, good.
You're gonna have to talk to Mason or Charlie for that good hookup.
Excellent.
Yeah, because Mason's got all the drugs.
Yeah. So
Space drugs.
this one is going
Space
to
drugs is
take
best drug.
a slash at Silva. That it does not connect. It goes a little wide, so you kind of duck out of the way. And you can recognize this as kind of the same that attack that hit you when you were back at the outpost with the insurgents. That it lashed out with you with its tail and ended up knocking you unconscious. And you can even see that drip of poison from the tail. Okay, this one tries to grab hammer, and it's also a wide swing. So they have not gotten away with anything. It is Dante. You still moving back?
Yep.
Okay.
Schmoovin'.
Schmoovin, we'll say that you're able to spend that time and you can get out here into the maintenance pits with Eckford.
Alright, well.
However, you are taking another point of radiation.
Making that roll, or...
Yes, add that point and then make the roll for me.
Yep. Oh, wait, hang on, sorry, base dice.
It's the 3 base dice.
Yeah, I got it. Ah,
That is 2 damage
success
to you.
bad.
Success bad. That is 2 damage.
I'm down to 4. Oof.
Yep. Then we are going to roll right along with Iona.
Do I see the aliens yet?
Yes, they're basically in your face now.
Then you know what I do.
Okay, shoot them.
I've got to shoot them.
Which one are you shooting?
I should declare that.
Yeah,
Top one.
this one?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Roll a panic for me.
Yep. I got a little buddy. 3 crosshairs. Yikes! I just rolled a 12 on my panic. That's the highest I've ever seen.
Okay, so with that, you let out a scream as this thing drops down in front of you. You empty that clip into it since you picked up your gun. You decrease your stress by 1, but everybody who can hear it, which is everybody, increases theirs by 1.
So sorry, everyone.
And make an immediate panic roll for me.
Everyone or me?
Yes.
Do I panic again?
No.
Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Ma'am. Sorry, cat's doing crimes.
Oh my god.
I wasn't sure. I didn't hear if Megan said yes. We should all roll for panic.
Yes.
Attack.
I'd roll.
Yeah, I think we all need to roll.
You ever get
rolled
to a
just in
certain
case.
point where a word stops having any meaning? Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah.
Why do I keep closing this panic section? I should know that I'll need it literally constantly.
I'm not gonna have you guys make another panic roll or add another stress because of Silva letting out another scream. Al, were you able to actually get your flamethrower next time? This last time?
I mean, I haven't had a turn yet. I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not carrying a weapon.
You're not
currently.
carrying anything, so you can't drop anything.
Right.
And then Dante. With yours, it is seek cover. So you and Eckford are going to end up doing the same thing, just kind of ducking under a desk or something in here. Your stress level decreases by 1, though.
Cool. So I'm back down to 6, actually. I've been losing and gaining that point back.
Yeah. This is a rough one.
Yeah.
This is spicy.
All right. So,
Speaking of spicy.
Silva, you are screaming your lungs out.
Evidently. I'd like to imagine that Silva's screaming in a heroic way, though.
Do me a favor and go ahead and
Barrel.
roll your attack.
I mean, even if you're
Panicking
not screaming heroically, I am screaming panically enough to probably cover it up.
Right?
Well,
We're all in
thanks.
this together.
I got you.
Can you roll me a ranged attack for me? Proper?
Oh, sorry. Am I attacking?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I find myself. Ranged attack. Should I just use my thing?
Okay. Attack on that stress point. Let's see how this guy does with getting hit since it is right in front of you. Okay, so that takes a couple of hits. And that you have, I'm going to say that because you did end up shooting with that scream, that'll count as your fast action. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good.
Okay. Then we're going to roll along to hammer.
Remind me real quick before I keep going. If I push a roll, I just add another dice. But if I use a story point, is that an automatic success?
It
Or
does guarantee a success if you use your story point.
But you still have to roll and possibly get a stress die, right? Or not?
It depends on the roll. If it was going to be a challenging roll, I would have to have you make a roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or once you see the result of a roll, you can opt in to use a story point to do additional damage or an effect to it. But if you want to just use the 1 point.
Okay. Good to know. I don't think it's my turn right now, but feel free to go ahead.
It is not your turn at the moment. Hammer is shockingly doing kind of okay. He's kind of in this element now with the screaming. And it's like, oh, this sounds like real combat. And let's see. Fast action, we're gonna switch over to... He's gonna go after this fucker with a knife.
That's my boy.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Let's see how he does. Not ideal. Not ideal. All right. Is screaming. Everybody is screaming, but we're gonna go with the same vein as Silva. Is that it's a victorious scream, and he is plunging the knife into it. That one.
Sorry about your knife, dude.
Lets out its own yell. Takes a couple of points, and his knife is gone. He has to drop it.
Acidic.
That is him. So it is Mason.
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower. Pick that shit up.
This guy in front of me. I'm going to use my fast action to pick up my flamethrower, and then I'm going to check it works in his face.
I like chucking things at faces. Fuck, dude. It's not allowed. Not in my squadron.
All failures.
Would you guys like to start pushing rolls in result to see?
I feel like at this point it makes sense because pushing rolls adds stress, but also adds a die to roll. And so, like, if we just keep adding stress, we'll just get to 10 anyway.
Yeah.
Just push all your rolls.
Just push.
Okay, so here, we're gonna make a deal. Roll me a stress die. Just one stress die.
Everyone?
Sure.
Or
him. Why didn't that show anything?
I do not know.
Because he's immune to stress.
Did
He's-
you?
He's gone fully up to 10 and
Stress
therefore
die,
has
no
gone
stress
back
die.
to 0.
He's zenned
See.
out.
You have to type in how many you would
He's
like.
achieved-
Yeah.
There you go.
He's
Okay.
achieved Nirvana.
So here's how we're gonna do it now, guys. Whenever you guys get a failure on the stress die, I'm gonna have you roll an additional 1 stress die, and if you fail that, then we'll do a panic roll.
But if not, we're
But
good.
if you don't roll a failure, then you know what?
But all my bonuses
Nothing
are to
happens.
panic rolls. That's when I get to use my overkill ability.
So whether we panic or not has now gone from like half to like 1/6.
A certainty?
No, we're far less likely to roll.
Yeah, we're much less
Yeah,
likely.
I meant
Yeah.
it's gone. Our odds have gone from yes, we will panic to maybe.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe.
Yes.
At
Yes, I
this
see what you
point,
mean.
you guys have failed almost every single roll you have made. I think you've succeeded on one of them.
Yeah.
Something tells me their
Thank you,
math
Game
wasn't
Mother.
perfect when designing this game.
This was not
It's
ideal.
Somebody
But
write
I
out the
imagine
goal
more
is
game.
to
Chris to get the harder
not-
things are to do.
My goal is
So-
to not kill you guys.
That's fine.
Okay, let's try that
That's
out and
not
see
what
how
it
it goes.
feels like.
Let's try. let's give this a roll. So Mason, I'm going to. Okay, so you let this flamethrower go right in its face, and it shrieks. It didn't care for that. It does not like the heat and the fire itself, but it doesn't seem to have affected it any damage-wise.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. All right, so it is our friend's turn.
Which one?
All of them.
Mm.
We'll start with Silva's.
See, you say friend, and I don't believe you.
Shake my head.
Now
Get
it's
friends.
now it's kind of stepping back and gonna reevaluate how it's gonna go about things. Watching you kind of moving around, seeing if it can
And
get
screaming.
to you.
Too. We're also reevaluating.
Everybody's
Our life, our
reevaluating.
choices.
All right. Next, we'll go for the guy that is in front of Mason. All right. So it's going to whip out at you with that tail, and try to roll a slash at you.
It can try. It'll succeed, I'm
Or
sure.
well, it's trying to grab you.
Come at me, bro.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll your armor.
Okie dokie.
Mm.
Wait, who is that for?
Mason.
One success.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You are solid.
That's
So
what I call their main.
it slashes at you, and it's just kind of skids off your armor. And this bro that is in front of Mason, not Mason. Well, he's also in front of Mason, but it's Hammer as well. Let's see. Okay, so I need Mason, you are within range of this. I need you to let's see, let's go with
Panic roll, panic roll, panic roll, panic roll.
it's not a panic roll.
At this point, I think Al just wants to roll panic rolls.
I'm
All
starting
my
to think.
bonuses are to panic rolls.
Make me a mobility roll.
Yeet. One success, two successes.
Okay. So you're able to evade. Hammer is not quite so lucky. This thing leaps forward between the two of you. It's doing something that you haven't quite seen yet. It is ripping at itself to
Oh.
expose that acid, and is trying to splash it on you guys, seeing what it can do.
Kamikaze Xenos? No, thank you.
Kamikaze Xenos.
No.
And it is splattering across the wall, this pathway. It gets all over Hammer's armor, and now he is swearing and cussing and trying to scramble to take that off before it starts eating through his skin. However, that does mean that this guy dies. He has effectively killed himself to try to
Kill
get
an
rid of you
NPC.
guys.
Right. Rest in pieces.
I'm gonna take all you fuckers with me, says this little dude.
Now, since Hammer is struggling with that armor, he's not going to be able to act next turn. But before we get too much further, oh wow, that eliminated. I guess I was using that token to put in the turn order, but
Oh
They
no,
go at
they
the
don't
end.
get turns.
they
Too
don't get turns
bad.
anymore. But
So sad. Guess we just get to kill them all now. Please,
It's
can we just kill them all
unfortunate.
now?
they don't get to do anything anymore. But before we go back to the top of the order, let's go ahead and take a few minutes. We'll regroup, take a break, and we'll be back to see the end of this combat, hopefully. Welcome back, guys. We have wrapped out a few rounds of combat. We are still going at it. We're not out yet. But
Not yet.
unfortunately, from this point on, Nif had to dip out for a little bit. So I will be playing through the rest of this combat as Iona, as well as Hammer and Eckford. I'm repurposing. But we wish Nif
Pocket.
well. We want them to feel better. But let's get into this so that we can wrap this up.
Let's get down to business to
To
restore the power. Sorry,
You know, yours made more sense.
Yeah.
It went with a tune better. But so we are back at the top of the order. Dante, you are able to get back in the action.
All right. So gonna zip zoom. How visible is this dude, anyways?
That one, you are looking at them past Mason and Iona. You do have direct sight on this one.
Oh, that's right. It's not like a wall. It's a layered down, like tiered
Yes.
thing, right? All right. Well, you know me. Shoot first, ask questions later. I've had my gun ready. Let's shoot this boy.
Give it a go.
All right. Please. Oh, come on. Hit attack. Do the thing.
No.
That's a no.
Okay, so roll me a...
I was gonna say, can I push that roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That adds a stress point, right?
Yes.
And then just roll again?
Yep.
Gimme. Wait. That evens out, right?
Not mechanically. Roll me that one stress die, please.
Okay.
Okay, so follows through. You don't have to do that panic roll. Let's give... So he is not looking that hot, but he is still ready to rip out somebody's throat. And since you moved and you shot, that brings us down to Iona's turn. Iona is going to try to help Silva out. Take a shot there. Or not Iona, help Silva? Did I say Silva?
Yeah, help Silva. You did say help Silva.
Excellent.
You're on it. You know what's going on. You got this.
I don't know anything about what's going on.
Trying to run the game and play 3 of the main characters is fine. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
And you're the only
The
person
first-
that lands it.
Wow.
The first role that Iona plays is an
And it's the
immediate success
GM.
with no stress whatsoever.
So good.
I'm so proud. Okay, so that lands a hit on our Xeno friend, and it is not too happy about that. So now it is looking between both Silva and Iona, trying to assess who it's going to go after. That rolls it right around into Silva's turn.
I want to do something that I hope is going to be fucking cool, and
Go.
I hope you'll let
Just
me
do
do
it.
this. While the thing is turned around and is looking back at Iona, Silva's going to take the butt of her gun and smack it into the side of the Xeno, trying to basically just strike it straight into the middle of the fusion reactor, and hopefully it, dies on the way down. Because you said these were all rings
So-
of going down levels, so I'm
Yes.
just trying to smack it into the fusion tower to try to
you know
break
what?
its neck or something.
Close that distance and make me a We'll treat it like the knife. Pretend you have a knife again and roll
the-
that.
I was gonna say the pommel of the knife. I think that's just the handle.
Okay, roll me a 1 stress die, please.
God damn it!
Mhm.
You're
oh wait,
good.
no, that's a good one. Yes,
That's a good one. You're fine. So
This
that
isn't
goes
radiation.
through. That goes through. You got your cool thing. It is careening
Oh,
over the
and
side of this.
Don't forget that Silva last turn was screaming, so she is still screaming as she basically gun checks this thing into oblivion.
Screaming, but a war cry
It
this
is
time.
glaring, hitting a couple
So
of
manly.
these gangplanks on the way down.
Yes.
You can hear it shrieking. It might come back, but it's gone for now.
Problem for later.
There's more where that came from, bitch. That was in character,
Alright.
of course.
Blimey.
Of course it was.
I've
Hammer.
forgotten what Silva sounds like.
Hammer is spending his turn struggling to get that armor off because it is still burning with acid.
Yeah.
That also means that radioactive suit's coming off, so he's gonna take radiation damage as well.
Oh, is it time for?
We'll do it your next roll.
Okay.
Mason, go forth, do great things.
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower, burn him. Burning.
Ooh,
Burning,
So,
burning in
to
the
use your-
river.
do
Sorry.
you want to use your overkill?
I think I only get to use it when I make a panic roll,
big.
but I'll
So,
push it. and-
Technically speaking, you have to make a panic roll systematically because you did get a failure on your
well,
stress
then,
die.
yes, I will use my overkill.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Let me.
Let's read that passage you sent us. Instead of panicking in the face of mortal danger, you can turn your fear into aggression and use it as a weapon against your enemy. You can trigger the overkill effect when you make a panic roll.
Boom, boom, boom.
And for the players at home, basically what that means is he has to tear apart everything that is in sight until it is broken at the very least. Which means he is burning the fuck out of this thing. So in very much the same fashion as its comrade, it gets a face full of that fire and is burning and shrieking and falls back over the edge. After a couple of minutes, that one is silent.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
Hell yes. Now, Silva, like me for some reason, will be panting after screaming for so long. And she'll look around at our team and just say, let's get this fucking nuclear fusion station back up and running as soon as possible and get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
Which,
So-
I don't... Me, the Nick, the player, has no clue what that means. But I assume that we'll find some cool buttons to press.
But I believe in it.
So in tandem, Mason, since you know that's kind of what your field work was. You deal with nuclear radiation and shit like that. You're kind of familiar with how reactors and shit work.
Sure, yeah, I know these things.
That's definitely how that works.
Somebody
Nobody.
has, yeah, he has to. He has to know what the risks are. So somebody's going to have to go down here to manually restart it, and in tandem, somebody needs to be in the maintenance pit to flip the switch and make sure everything goes back up and running.
Any volunteers?
Okay. Well, which would be more helpful for me to be doing? Do you think I'll be better off flicking the switches at the terminal or plugging everything in at the source?
You know far more than I do. You go down there. Just tell me when to flip the right switch.
Beep, ba-boop, 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 ba-beep, ba-boop, ba-beep, ba-boop.
And I'll go join Ecclehorn or whatever. Eckford, there we go.
Egbert.
For some reason I was thinking of the character from Harry Potter who's also named like Eckhorn or something. I'll go back up and join her and man the station waiting for Mason's reply.
Okay. So it takes a bit, several minutes, and in the distance you can kind of hear the shrieking of that lone soldier starting to try to clamber back up, but it's a bit. You're able to pretty much get all the bits and bobs in the right place, and you can tell Silva to hit the switch when you're ready and start making your way back.
I do hope it makes a satisfying rumbling sound as it starts up again.
It does. It starts whirring and lights all flashing.
Yes. Sweet.
You see ripples of electricity start coming up the side of the reactor, so I would suggest probably moving pretty quickly and getting out of that gangplank. But
once this thing is up and running again properly, we're going to have very limited time to get it in and out of here, so we better be ready. Eckford, remind us where you're heading.
We're supposed to be going into sub-level 3. That's the only way we're going to get access to the space elevator to get the hell out of Dodge.
Understood.
And Mason and Silva, you can see on this terminal, it's going to take about 4 hours for the reactor to get completely powered on. So you guys have a little bit of time. By this point, this hallway is just kind of smoldering. You can go back where you came to the terminal. There is the ammo depot here that you guys can go through if you would like and see what you can find. Or you can just head back up to the mainframe and just lock down.
I think we're going to head through decon just in case there's any other radiation problems and see if we can find at least one more radiation suit. Just so that not Mason. What is your character's name again? Just so Dante doesn't die more just in case there's some other kind of weird radiation leak.
Speaking of which, please go ahead and add a tick of radiation and make that roll for me.
Yep. All right.
And then I guess that you had a good idea of going into ammunitions.
Well, that's not nearly as bad as it could have been.
Okay, so that's 1 damage.
Yep.
Plus, we still have those health from last session. We are not letting those go to waste, so we might as well use some of them now. We'll say story-wise that we are bandaging ourselves and.
Oh yeah, and there's the radiation medicine in the cabinet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Mason got some radiation meds.
Not that I know that. Not that Dante knows that, but I know that. So, is Mason gonna
cough, Mason?
No one's asking. I'm busy. I'm in overkill flamethrower setting up a nuclear reactor mode. Someone's gonna have to ask me something.
All right.
I might have bigger things.
All right. So Dante looking so hot, and he's like, anyone got something for radiation poisoning or Band-Aid?
Dante just throws up on the spot.
Yeah.
It starts glowing green.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for him to get superpowers. It'll be fine. Okay,
Oh,
Relief, I'm sure
grenade.
someone around here has some radiation pills or any kind of medications, just something to keep his stomach steady while he recuperates.
He's not even going to like look up from what he's doing. He's going to be like looking over all the various kind of panels of blinking lights and like little numbers that are changing seemingly at random while he's pushing buttons and flicking switches. And he'll just take from his pack the like first aid kit, the little like stim box, and like just toss it over his shoulder and just keep beeping buttons and booping levers and things.
Has Mason
have
gone?
Crank.
Has Mason gone full on mad scientist right now?
It's great. He's just very involved. This is his job. He's very focused. Like this is what he's here for.
I love it.
All right, gonna catch that. Try to catch that before it hits the floor. So and catch. So yeah, Dante just kind of stumbles a bit, try to catch it, and he's also looking pretty rickety wrecked. But he pops open the first aid kit. He sees the Red-X and pops them. How many health points did we have left, by the way?
You had 3.
I'll bring myself up to... I'm at 3 out of 7 because I'm a pretty well, generally speaking, I'm a pretty healthy boy. Y'all all right if I take 1 or 2? So that way we have the 1 in reserve.
I'm good. I'm 3 out of 3 health right now, so you're good. And then
Give me a 5 HP.
whenever we get I think I'm gonna take a walk through this service tunnel here, and if I can find my character again, and enter into the munitions bay. And I'm just going to grab anything. I assume it's going to be more like nuclear weapons or weapons for the ships. But if I can find any grenades or like, big impact kind of weapons, that'd be great.
You're going directly through the tunnel?
Ideally.
Okay. You're good to go. It opens up. You can pretty much find whatever you're looking for in here. It seems actually relatively well stocked, despite how fucking chaotic everything has been in the base. It seems like maybe the soldiers weren't able to actually get to this part of the base before they were cocooned.
I'm staying far away from nuclear storage, but basically I know that we're going to have to kind of hunker down at the back with Charlie. And until the time comes that we can actually enter the 3rd sublevel. So I'm grabbing any kind of, I'm grabbing a gun for Eckford, and I'm grabbing some grenades in case anyone tries to come this way, and an extra phase pistol or whatever. So things that I can carry back with us in case there's a gunfight later on.
Do you want anybody to go with you? Or are you just doing your own thing?
I just kind of going to go on my own, but I imagine someone might notice and join with me if they want to.
Dante might shuffle after, but
actually, we'll say that I'll come back through and yell at Aona to come join me and grab a few things.
cool.
Well, if you mention that there's some sort of nuclear storage down that way, doesn't it make sense that they might have protection suits, things like that, closer to it?
Certainly try. Yeah, we can do that.
So, who all is actually going inside?
It's just me and Iona at this point.
So, as you walk in, you kind of smell something that seems very acrid and acidic. You hear a bit of a fizzle. Seems like it's coming from the back here.
That as much as Mason's point stands, there's no way I'm going back that way. That sounds like alien guts. Silva has had enough of this. She is pissed at the patriarchy that let this monstrosity out and is ready to take some revenge on them. And she's not going to even go anywhere close to that. She's going to grab, as I said, she's going to grab a grenade or two, a gun or two, and then just get the hell out of Dodge. We're going back the way we came from. We will stop up above at decontamination just in case, but we should be safe as soon as we get out of sublevel 2. Really.
Oh,
Welcome,
shit.
Critical Misses. Thank you for the raid.
Hello. You missed my epic bashing of an alien off a cliff.
Wow.
Yo to oblivion.
Okay, gay mother. I think it's time to rally the troops and head back upstairs
Okay.
and see
Is there-
what mayhem Charlie has caused, I'm sure.
Okay, then you guys can gather up. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while you guys are still on this level?
I think Dante is gonna kind of speak up, just kind of like, hey guys, about the everything going on right now. Like
About all this.
about all this. Don't
What,
go.
the mission from hell itself.
The fact
Well.
that aliens are real and are mutating people in the very building we walk around in.
Yeah, all that.
The fact that this was caused by someone and someone let it out basically on purpose.
The fact that you're currently dying from radiation poisoning and are chucking up glowing goo.
The fact that this planet might be blown up at any moment, we're not totally sure.
The fact that every part of this building was shut down and us left to die here in some sort of horrific nuclear explosion.
The fact that the government lied to us for probably years.
Government.
The fact
This
that the
is a
only reason we're going to
corporation.
get out of here is because a corporate suit is with us and we don't have anyone to give a fuck about us.
Both Mason and Silva just glare at Eckford.
Which specific point?
But Dante, feel free to
A little bit of
speak
all
your
that.
mind.
But don't worry, it's not just the radiation. It's not just the radiation that's kicking my shit in. Don't go torture me now, Mason, but pretty sure I got one of those guys in me. Like 89% sure. So
I like those odds.
gotta get these guys. So
So
how do we
if
get this shit
it
out?
rears its ugly fucking head, I'm going to have to kill you, Dante.
I'd rather we find out a way to get rid of this thing, but something.
Well, Egbert kind of speaks up and says, well, you may just be in luck. As long as it isn't that far along, there's, like I mentioned earlier, in sublevel 3, they were trying to find a way to actually treat and destroy this thing. If there's still some sample of the Trichonus strain left, well, you can be treated and cured.
Well, fuck.
Captain, if I might suggest, it might be best that I wait down here in the maintenance bay in case anything happens to this thing. We're still trying to keep this up and running. It's not stable conditions. The last thing we need is to get all the way back up top with Charlie when there's a problem and I have to come back down this way again. If I keep Dante with me as a bit of protection while I work, I can keep an eye on them, make sure they're safe. You guys can sort out whatever Charlie's doing upstairs and with that other bot, and we'll keep everything running down here.
Approved. The second the power's back on, I want to see you back up topside.
Well, I don't want to be down here any longer than I have to be.
We'll try our best. And like Dante says that, like very much slumped against the wall, just kind of like try our best. to
And
get
with
us-
that, we'll do the one thing you're never supposed to do in a TTRPG and split the party.
And we're already split. We're just re-splitting. It's fine.
We're splitting
Yeah.
a third.
Splitting it in a different way.
Mhm.
More
Exactly.
splitting. All the
Hammer-
cool kids are heading upstairs.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mason and Dante are going to hang out in the room in the maintenance room together.
Silva will lean in
By the
and
way-
whisper to Mason alone, and quietly and quickly whisper, "That thing will not escape." Understood? I think we have an understanding here. And the party's gonna truck on out of here.
Okay, so
Quick aside, what I was like, honestly, mildly spacing out. Was there a radiation suit found?
Game Mother will let us know.
in Decon,
Yes.
yes.
Perfect. Iona I will run it back to you so you don't have to sit in this area any longer.
Give me that shit.
Amber's finding another one because his burned.
True.
Give me that shit.
Does anybody want to grab one for Z?
No, fuck Z. No, I'm kidding. Yes, of course.
Oh, no.
We can't
What
pronounce
if I
his
need
name.
third
He's not
character?
important.
Least relevant NPC in this whole game.
No,
I
we
feel so
need him.
bad.
We don't even know his name. He's been everywhere with us. He survived. We need to keep him going.
He could be the alien for all we know.
The secret
I
alien.
mean, someone's 85% sure they are.
I said 89%. Thank you.
What I'm saying is keep those backup characters handy.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys, it takes a few minutes to kind of get through. There's now, because of the confusion in the reactor, there's a little bit more movement from the aliens within the base itself, but you guys get back up to the mainframe, sneaking around, trying to avoid that shit. And Mason and Dante have hunkered down in the maintenance pits and the restore room. And I believe that is a good stopping point for the night, guys.
Hell yeah.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Okay. I'm ready for more spooky times.
Are you sure?
Jeez.
I don't know. I'm just really happy I bashed that thing off a cliff. So, you know, I'm fulfilled as a person now, so we're good for anything.
Got that sweet dopamine rush, baby.
Man, that was some Star Wars Episode 1 shit.
Right?
That was. This
I
was
especially
a wild ride.
I especially enjoyed the description of it bashing into the walkways on the way down.
Had to give you something after the shit show that you guys went through for most of the session.
You're welcome, guys. That's what Mason's here for.
Mason's here for the shit show.
More flamethrower, more
Cause
good.
problems.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
He caused
Don't you
problems
miss Charlie now, though?
unintentionally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're with
Bring back
Charlie in
Charlie.
jail.
Yeah, exactly. Just having a pleasant conversation.
Well, Mick, I have officially added the final episode to the TPK calendar. So
Excellent.
it is really there this
Now
time.
we're finished.
It's actually there this time. So with that, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for coming out and spending some time with us. Speaking of the schedule, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat there. I believe coming up tomorrow, we've got Beyond the Undergrowth because it's modules week. And since Nif isn't here to do her own plug, like they said earlier, they're doing Jasper's Game Day. But this week they are also in Darkest Night, Brightest Light, which is going to be Wednesday night. Their Curse of Strahd run, as well as Cold Hands, Warm Heart, their Rime of the Frost Maiden run. I believe that's it. They're not in Queen's Gambit, are they?
I think they're in Queen's Gambit. I could
Are
be
they in
wrong.
Queen's Gambit?
Well, it's a lovely show, so you should go watch it anyway.
Listen, just stick around for the whole week, the entire week.
Sure. Never leave.
Never leave. We have something literally every day. That's the link for the schedule's in there. So
Every day forever.
yes, triple threat. They are in fact in Queen's Gambit. But with that, our next episode of Destroyer Worlds will be on the 14th, and one way or another, it is going to be the finale. But with that one, there is a caveat. We've been starting at 10 for these previous episodes. For that 14th, we're going to be starting at 8. Now, if we wrap early, we wrap early, but very well could be the whole 4 hours. So prepare for that.
Don't you worry, I'll stretch this out. You don't think I've got a few hours of chaos in me? You got some surprises to come.
He'll burn some things he's not supposed to, or be controlled by someone, or...
Whoa.
Something's going to happen. But if we would like to go ahead...
the director's cut or not.
And wrap this...
director's cut.
If we would like to go ahead and wrap this out with everybody else doing their plugs, we'll start in the same order we began, with top left.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Skelly V. I'm Skelly V everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, even though that doesn't exist really, but I exist there.
You exist for us everywhere.
Anywhere I can squat my username, I exist. Anyways, right now I'm actually going through a blind playthrough of the entirety of Dragon Age, and as Streamlabs finally decided to shout me out, I'm in the middle of Dragon Age 2 right now. I'm not really a part of any other TPK campaigns right now, so next time you'll see me here on TPK will be this big old fat finale. Otherwise, Al.
Yeah, thanks, folks. It's Al the Biffer here on Twitch, Twitter, all the bobs and bits. You can find me on my own channel at Al the Biffer, where we do lots of mysteries, puzzles, spooky bits, everything along the way. So if you want some chaos, some weirdness, some shrieks, shouts, and laughter, then you can find me over there. Otherwise, likewise, I'm not booked in for anything else this month aside from the grand finale. So we'll see how this all works out with a chaplain, with a mason, make it out of this thing in one piece, and how many people they can take with them along the way. Fingers crossed it's more than just them, but we shall find out. Otherwise, I'll leave it with Proper.
Hi, I'm Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member and role player. I do some fun things on this channel, but not a whole lot right now, but there'll be more coming up. I especially want to give a cool shout out to, I believe it is this Saturday, where Sir Heck and the Coven will be playing Camp Flying Moose. So that's been really cool. It'll be it's a new system. It's a really, really cute system too. So go check them out. Don't forget about them because they're lovely. If you like hearing my voice but not seeing my face, you can listen to my podcast, Hats Off to Bake Off, an amateur baking podcast, at hotbopod.com. I make lots of pretty pictures and videos, including the video you saw at the beginning of the stream, and lots of other overlays and whatnot. So I hope you will stick around and enjoy those as well. Other TPK stuff I should mention, because we haven't said it in a while. The Patreon has lots of fun things. Check out our schedule. Check out our... we have a Twitter and a TikTok and a whole bunch of other things. So just, we're everywhere. Go check us out. We're lovely. And Meg, are we rating anyone after this?
Yes, I don't know who we're rating yet, but we'll find out in a minute.
So stick around for a raid because that'd be super cool of you to support other creators.
Exactly.
Meg, why don't you finish us off?
Okay, so I am Meg Mysteria. I have been your game mother for tonight, and I did not intend for this to go the way that it did.
Remember that time this was supposed to be a two-shot?
I remember vaguely that time it was supposed to be a two-shot, and then that just didn't happen. But regardless, you guys can find me on Twitter, on our Discord. I stream on my personal channel going through Resident Evil. I'm going through the entire Resident Evil series with Shock Point Failure on his own channel. But I believe next week you can also find me on Neon Lights Roleplay with their Only War campaign that we are doing. It's a 40k system. But other than that, we've got the finale, and I think that's it up until June when we're doing an Age of Sigmar run with the Singularity crew. But
Wow.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But I believe that is it for the night. So thank y'all for coming out. Hope y'all have a good one and stick around for the raid.